Welcome back, YouTube. This is Timo. Welcome back to Win or Lose. Subscribe, like, comment. I'm here to talk about what went wrong with Terence Crawford and Earl Spence. As you all may know, we just found out that Terence Crawford will be defending his WBO title against David Asvejian December 10th in Omaha, a home fight. It's going to be on BLK Prime. It's an app. And this came out of left field. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought we were going to get Spence and Crawford. I really thought this time that boxing was going to get it right this time and give us the fight we've been asking for. But as always, the boxing politics take over. Things happen, and we're stuck with Terence Crawford fighting somebody else another fight we didn't ask for. Boxing keeps doing this to us, and we just keep on falling for it. They do it to us all every time. Get us excited, get us ready. We're about to have a big fight. We've been kind of looking for that big fight of 2022. We haven't got it yet. There's been some decent fights, but it hasn't been that fight that really get everybody excited and going. And we thought this was going to be it, and it didn't happen. It's just frustrating and it's kind of disappointing. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, I thought it was no more excuses. Terence Crawford had left Top Rank, so I thought that there's no more Bob Arum in the middle messing things up. So I'm feeling like he can negotiate with PBC and Al Heyman and get a fight done. We're told that negotiations was going on all summer. Earl fought April 16th, so as soon as he finished Ugas off, he was already calling for Terence Crawford. So I felt like negotiations was underway at that time. They had all summer to get something knocked out. I mean, I don't think it should take that long. And there was reports it could be September, October, then it fled into November, and still no announcement of a fight. And I was getting a little concerned, but I still felt like both guys want to fight, so I think the fight will get done. And I honestly still do believe that. I still believe both guys want to fight. I know it's people saying Terence is ducking Earl and Earl is ducking Terence, and I believe both guys honestly want to fight. It's just with politics and the promoter, I don't know if they feel like that this fight is going to make them, is going to be that big on pay-per-view, and I feel like it will be. I think we're going to come out and support these guys. Two Americans fighting for, to unify the division and be undisputed. I think we would have came out and supported this fight. I think this fight would have done well. I don't know if they're worried about that. It's something going on with PBC and Showtime, so I don't know what's going on there. We're kind of not getting a lot of fights. A lot of their fighters are either fought once or not at all, so it's something going on there. So it's like it's frustrating, and I kind of see I see it from both sides. Earl hasn't fought since April, and Terence hasn't fought since November of last year. So with Terence, he probably is like, hey, I want to get something done this year, and this was like the last resort. I think he really wanted the Spence fight. It didn't happen, so he took something. Just a stay busy fight, just to have something, have a fight in 2022. So I kind of understand it from there, but I also understand it from Earl's perspective. I feel like the only reason Earl still is in the 147 division is to fight Terence. I mean, he feel like he's kind of he's kind of got too big. He wants to move to 154, and he wants to stick around just to get the fight with Terence. If it wasn't for Terence, he would have been to move to 154. He wants that fight, and it's just kind of unfortunate for both of them. I don't know if we're going to get the fight now. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that, with the PBC, everything gets taken care of where, we can get some fights next year. And maybe, they told Terence we'll do something early next year, but he still wanted to fight this year. So he's going to take, this fight just to stay busy and then come back in February. But I don't know if that offer is still on the table, because there was a contract out there that said 65-35, but with no guaranteed money. And I think Terence said he took the deal. Then some people are saying he didn't. And then they're saying PBC sent another contract, to kind of give him a better deal, but it won't be until next year. So I wonder if he, wants to have a stay busy fight, but still come back and fight Earl in the time or whenever they, schedule that fight to be in 2023, whether it be February or March. It's just a lot going on. Everybody has a story. It's his side, this side. There's always three sides to a story. His side, the other side, and the truth. We really don't know. We all just speculating at this point. But we know Terence Crawford will be fighting on BLK Prime December 10th in Omaha, Nebraska. It's kind of frustrating, like I said, and we'll just see how it continues to go. This is another, black eye, I feel like, for boxing. They just never, tend to give us the fights we want in the time we want them. So we have to wait and see how this plays out. Will Earl fight this year, or will he fight for next year? Will he continue to wait for Terence? Even though it's hard for him to make the weight, we'll see how it goes. Will PBC get a new deal? Are they shopping the, company to different networks? There's just a lot of questions going on in boxing, and I feel like this fight kind of would have, kind of saved it. I feel like 2022 has kind of been a disappointing year with, a lot of guys only fighting once and not fighting at all. So I kind of feel like this fight would kind of saved a bad year in boxing. This fight would have saved it, but we don't get it. So we move on. I want to see Terence back in action, even though it is against a guy I feel like he should beat kind of relatively easy. I just want to see him back in action, but I do want to see the Spence fight. I'm not going to lie to you. And I mean, he is 35 years old, so I know he wants to stay in shape and kind of tune up things. If we still can't get the biggest fight in boxing, we'll see. It's a lot of things that's going on. It's frustrating for us fans. I mean, what do you guys? Why do you guys think the blame is? Do you think it was Terence who, played? Some people are saying Terence played around, and if he wanted to tune up, he should have took one earlier. Then we could have came back to the Spence fight. Was it Earl, and his promotional company playing around and moving the goalposts and making things tougher for Terence and, trying to get out of the fight? Was it Al Heyman and PBC, not wanting to pay the fighters, what they feel like they deserve for this magnitude of a fight? It's just a lot of things that happen. It's a lot of, things we don't know what's going on behind the scene. As a fan, we just want to see the best fight the best. That's all we ask. I mean, it's boxing, and we keep getting these fights we're not asking for. Nobody wants to see them. And then you put these other fights on pay-per-view that should be on regular TV, or better yet, Showtime, or at least on regular cable. And it's just it's not, it's just making the sport kind of, that's why it's falling behind the UFC and other sports that we know we're going to get the best versus the best. Boxing is the only sport where we don't get the best versus the best. And I feel like it's ruining the sport. I mean, even in WWE, fakes, you're going to get the two best guys at WrestleMania. And I'm just sick of this. It's frustrating. I don't know what's going on, but I hope they get it figured out. Tell me in the comment section who you guys think the blame is. Subscribe, hit that bell icon button so you can get, it'll let you know every time I put out a video. Like and share. Thank you. Win or lose.